Howdy folks, Big Ankovich here, and I am back with another video. This one is Marshall's video. I was planning on trying to put Marshall's videos together with mine, but I wanted to keep my videos short, and it just wasn't going to be possible with Marshall on there as well. So we're going to do them separately. So let's head in and check out what Marshall did in his first week of doing a week-long video.
Hey everybody, Marshal Latham here. Sorry I haven't been here for a while, but as I said the last time I made a video, I don't plan on doing these every day anymore. I'm going to do them every week, and I'm going to try to focus on different things. Well, not different things every week, but I think I'll have a bigger look at how my trends for the week, how I've been doing, and what I need to do to make things better and easier. I will have to say, I think I got a false start on this weekly venture. So I got, 5-yard penalty on that. But essentially, the reason I faltered a little bit was because I decided last minute that my wife and my daughter had time off from work, and I had vacation that I could use, and I hadn't seen my family in a while, my parents. And so I decided, hey, let's travel up to Montana this week. Ring in the new year with my family. And so that's what we did. And it was really nice. It was a great trip, and enjoyed the heck out of it. We didn't do much because there's not much to do. But the reason I went up there was just to spend time with my parents, with my sister and her family and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And but I guess going back, so at the beginning of the week, my plan was, hey, I'm going to eat one meal a day. I'm not going to eat at work. I'm just going to eat it at home. And that way I don't have to worry about having something ready to go first thing in the morning to take to work. Or, find something somewhere at a bad place, either fast food or some other place or whatever. I don't have to worry about that. I can control what I eat and where I eat. So, and one meal a day was really working well for me at the end of my carnivore run a couple years ago. So that was my plan, and I stuck to it on Monday and Tuesday. I need to start taking pictures again. I decided I wasn't going to take pictures of my food, but I forgot to write it. I was going to write down what I ate so that I could report it to you. Not every single meal, but, some of the major meals that I had. But if I'm only eating one meal a day, that's not that big a deal either, to record that and tell you what I ate. But I probably need to document that in some way so that when I get around to the beginning of the week and I'm here to tell you about it, I remember what I had. But that worked well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning is when we traveled up to Montana. I did really well. I didn't have anything to eat on the way. I didn't have anything to eat on the way up. I almost had a jerky, but I decided, no, I'm just gonna, one meal a day it. And so I did. And, but the problem is, and I don't know, it's probably why, my mom's a good cook, and, she'd cooked a couple of my favorite things. She cooked up her homemade raviolis. That's what we were having my aunt and uncle over for dinner, and that was what we were eating. And that's really the main bad thing that I ate. I can't remember all that I ate. Sorry about that. But yeah, so my meal that I had, my one meal a day, wasn't a carnivore meal. I mean, it had meat in it because she makes big raviolis, big thick meat raviolis. I'd say they're at least half meat versus pasta, which is usually when you have raviolis, it's mostly pasta with just a little bit of meat. But no, these are packed really thick with the meat. And so I did enjoy it, and I did have the sauce on it, the tomato spaghetti sauce essentially on it. So that's what I had for that meal. And then the next day, there was New Year's Day, And she had more people over. A couple of my other aunts and my sister and her family came over, and we had more stuff, and not good stuff. And so, and then in the mornings, my mom was cooking us breakfast every morning. So it's kind of the ritual there, you know. And I ate good things, you know. I had eggs and bacon, and I think that's all we had. I mean, there was opportunities to eat other things like muffins and pancakes and stuff like that. But so I ate good breakfast, but I wasn't eating one meal a day, right? And then the next day we went out for lunch with my sister and her family, and did a couple other things. But we ended up going out to lunch, and there really wasn't any good places to go. So I had a hamburger. And it was a mom and pop place. I probably would have taken it off, but I just had the hamburger. You notice I'm looking away as I tell you that? That's interesting. I try to stay focused as I'm giving these videos, but as I'm admitting that I'm not eating good stuff. So anyway, those couple days that I was in Montana, I didn't eat very well. So that was, well, and then I guess 1 night and 2 days I was there, and I didn't eat completely, you know, go gangbusters, but I didn't eat the right things. And then but then I started again, you know. Saturday morning we took off and headed home, and I told my mom, don't make a breakfast, we're getting up early, we're leaving, you know. We'll just say goodbye, and we won't have any, you know, won't do anything. That was yesterday so we didn't have breakfast in the morning, which was good. So now I was able to get back on track, and I had 3 hamburgers for dinner when we got home. You know, it took us about 7 hours to drive back. And so I guess as of yesterday, I was back on my 1 meal a day thing, and eating carnivore, doing pretty good. But it's really tough when I go up to Montana, because, you know, my mom tries to make the things that I want to eat, that I used to eat, you know, and she has them ready this time of year anyway, and it's just hard. It's really hard. I don't know what I'm going to do next time I go. I need to have a better plan next time I go up there. So like I said, it was kind of a false start this week, but I do feel good about the direction that I was going. The days that I was home in my regular routine and in control of things, I was good. And the days that I was up in Montana, I wasn't. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a better plan next time. But I do feel good about the direction that I'm going. I really do appreciate only recording this once a week. That was really a kind of a grind for me towards the end. At first, when I started up again with Big, when we both said, okay, here, we're gonna do it again, you know, I was like, you know, appreciating doing the daily videos because it kept me honest. But over time, it started to be like, oh man, am I gonna have to do this for the rest of my life? And I started to resent it a little bit. You know, not anything against Big or against me, you know, it. I do like watching the videos, and remembering the things that I did well and the things that I didn't do well, and learning from that. So I do like watching the videos, but just, you know, worrying about what I was gonna do and all that. So anyway, that's how my week went, and I look to make this a much better week. I'm fasting today. It's Sunday today, and so yeah, that'll start off the week correctly, and probably fast a couple more times. But if not, I'm gonna eat the 1 meal a day every day. That's probably good enough. I mean, that's really a form of fasting, right? If I'm fasting for 18 hours or more, 20 hours, right? And then I eat a big meal, and then I fast for another 20 hours. That's pretty good if I do that every day. It's just staying in that lane. But I think I can do that. I think I can resist eating food at work, because that's just not what I'm going to do anymore. And that's kind of I'm going to be that carnivore guy. I thought if I started my own YouTube channel, that's probably what I'd call it, is that carnivore guy. Because that's the persona, that's the role that I'm going to be taking on. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that carnivore guy that doesn't eat this and doesn't eat that. That's who I am. And I'm taking on that identity, right? So I think that's a good thing. And anyway, I'll be back next week to report on how I was doing. Oh, like Big, I'm forgetting to report on my walking. I didn't do very well at walking either. You can see here on this weekly view of what I was, that I was pretty low on my step counts. But I'm already starting off. I've got a lot of steps in already today. So that's good. And more than I've done in the last week. So that's where I'm at. And hopefully you enjoy this form of me doing these weekly videos. Hopefully it's easier also on Big. He just has to do this, incorporate mine in once a week, or just do this as a standalone, right? And I need to weigh myself today or tomorrow morning so that I can weigh myself again next week. I haven't been weighing myself lately either. But that's a good measure. It's good to have that. Just knowing, what my weight is and that kind of thing. So I'll start that up again as well. Anyway, have a good one. And I'll be back next week to let you know how I'm doing.
All right, so there you go. It sounds like Marshall had himself a lot of trouble. Hopefully you can pull it back together, Marshall. You're not proving me wrong yet. That's what I wanted you to do, was prove me wrong. But yeah, I think you can do it. Pull yourself back to, you fell off the wagon really bad at the end of Christmas, and then you pulled yourself back together, and then you just went back off the wagon in New Year's. So pull yourself back together. And like you said, you got to be that carnivore guy. That's what, I think that's what I'm going to start calling these segments. When you do your appearance on the show, it's going to be a report from that carnivore guy. He's going to be that you're that carnivore guy. I see. So let's hear from that carnivore guy. I like it. Let's do it. Let's make that, take that to heart. Really make that you. Make it your identity. You're that carnivore guy. And when you become that carnivore guy, I think you're going to get some amazing benefits to your health, Marshall. So let's do it. And everybody else at home, you should also become that carnivore guy or that carnivore gal. Like steak and butter gal. That's one of those words I've always hated, gal. I'm glad the guys is generally considered to be a neuter gender kind of a thing. It just refers to everyone because gal is just kind of cheesy. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic and making this video take longer. Sorry about that. I said it'd be quick, so I am quick. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching Big Anklevich on Health.